afternoon. Welcome to Nanju Francisco Reports. We're now here at the official residence of the Philippine Ambassador to Bahrain, Her Excellency Anne Jalando-on Louis, and today we are privileged to interview Her Excellency as she prepares to depart Bahrain. Good afternoon, Your Excellency. First of all, thank you for allowing us to interview you for Nanju Francisco Reports.
Good afternoon, Nanju, and I also wish to thank you for thinking of me as an interviewee for Nanju Francisco Reports.
So ma'am, marami pong manonood sa atin today because you are very, very close to the Filipino community. And today po, we have prepared a set of questions for you to answer and to share your thoughts as you prepare for your departure. So our first questions po, ma'am. Looking back at your tenure as the Philippine Ambassador to Bahrain, what would you consider to be your greatest accomplishments or proudest moments for the Philippine Embassy and yourself, Your Excellency?
Oh, that's a very good question. It will allow me to recall the past 3 years or so. As you may know, Nanju, I arrived here in April 2022, but I was officially appointed as Ambassador of the Republic of the Philippines to the Kingdom of Bahrain in January 2023. And that's when I assumed the role as ambassador here. When I arrived, it was still at a period where the Philippines, the Kingdom of Bahrain, and other countries in the world were still recovering from the impact of COVID. So because of that, there was a kind of a pause or a stop to some activities in our bilateral cooperation with the Kingdom of Bahrain because of the situation. So one of the challenge as well as the accomplishments and the effort that we really did at the embassy was to try to reinvigorate, because after the COVID pandemic period, to try to reinvigorate and make our activities and programs and our plans work again because of we were recovering from that period. So across various areas, we discussed with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Bahrain and other agencies here our cooperation on various fields, including trade and investments, economic cooperation, tourism, health, education, cultural engagement, among others. And so for the 3 years and 4 months that I have been here, I have closely worked with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and other agencies to try to further strengthen our cooperation in these areas, and including labor cooperation.
Labor, yes, ma'am.
Yes, which is very important because of the number of our Filipino nationals here. And so there has been quite a lot of activities across these various sectors since the time I've arrived here. I would also like to note that soon after I arrived, we transferred to a new chancery.
Yes, ma'am.
Because we really needed a bigger facility, bigger space, not only for the personnel, but especially for the clients whom we serve,
To accommodate,
including yung mga kabayan natin. No? So before we were in one villa, now we are in a compound with 4 villas. So we have more or less adequate space already so that we are able to really deliver the services that our clients approach us for. And so we also celebrated a milestone in our diplomatic relations with the Kingdom of Bahrain. In 2023, we celebrated the 45th anniversary of the establishment of our diplomatic relations. And throughout that year, we had a series of activities to commemorate this. And now going beyond, in November this year, we are celebrating 47th year of our diplomatic relations. But I would like to note that that's only the formal relations. Of course, the partnership, the friendship, the collaboration between the Philippines and the Kingdom of Bahrain preceded our formal diplomatic ties with our people-to-people exchanges. Our Filipinos and the Bahrainis have been partnering and also engaging even before we established our diplomatic relations. Yes.
When did you establish the Bahrain-Philippine diplomatic relations? When did it start actually, ma'am?
Well, we established diplomatic relations in 1978.
Okay.
Yes, and throughout the years, especially, there was a growth in the Filipino population here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. That's why in 1992, the government of the Republic of the Philippines established the embassy here. And so there have been succeeding ambassadors already who have assigned here, and the Philippine embassy have moved to, I think, several locations during that time.
That's true, ma'am.
But we're happy with the chancery now.
Now, yes,
we're
ma'am.
happy at the address where we are. And I think from the feedback of the Filipino community
yes,
as
ma'am,
well.
they're so happy. Actually, I've been here for since 2008, madam. And I've seen all the locations for where the embassy premises before. I would say that this is the biggest, most luxurious spaces that could accommodate the community. And the Filipino community is really pleased, ma'am, with the chancery right now.
Yes, and I would just like also to acknowledge the support of the Department of Foreign Affairs
yes.
in Manila in supporting the embassy in relocating to this chancery. And so we're able to deliver consular assistance to nationals, labor-related services with a more conducive environment
That's
for
true,
our
ma'am.
clients. Yes. And aside from that, well, if we talk about the Filipino community, we have also launched quite a number of programs and activities ranging from promoting entrepreneurship. Now we have the Filipino Business Council,
Yes,
and I'm
ma'am.
very proud of them. And I hope that they will really continue to inspire others in the community as well to become entrepreneurs and to set up their own SMEs, whether here or back home. And we also have various financial literacy programs, reintegration program to aid the overseas Filipino workers for their eventual return to the Philippines. And of course, our very active cultural engagement.
Yes, very active po talaga. Even the other communities are really saying the Filipino community is the most active. So how do you do that, ma'am?
Well, it's a partnership. It's a partnership. The Philippine Embassy is very happy to work with the Filipino community here. And I would like to say that the Filipino community organizations, as well as the individuals that I've met in the community, have been very supportive. And I want to thank them. They've been very supportive, and they have assisted the embassy in implementing its programs and activities. And they participate actively. And also we have other stakeholders who are our partners from the private sector and the various government agencies, of course, of the Kingdom of Bahrain. So I would have to acknowledge them as well, because some of these activities we would not have been able to launch or to hold them without these partners. Yes. So we've had quite a number of cultural groups that have visited us, especially in the month of June when we are commemorating our National Day, our Independence Day. And then we have the Philippine Cultural Festivals on the early part of the year, which have also featured and showcased really the richness of Philippine culture, traditions, and heritage. And this year, last January, we were able to bring the Tagaluanan women weavers here to participate in the Kingdom of Bahrain's Spring of Culture Festival with the support and cooperation of the Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities,
so it's
or
really a
BACA.
partnership,
So it's a partnership. And we have other programs for the Filipino community, like our consular outreach missions, our medical camps, our free medical clinics. So that we couldn't have done this without our partners, especially the private medical centers. And also in terms of promoting Philippine products, we also have partners in the, the hypermarkets across Bahrain who have been very supportive of all of us. And katuwang natin, no? We
Yes.
are arm in arm with everyone in the community as well as our partners.
And that made it very accessible to the Filipinos to get the Filipino product because of the projects po that you initiated with the government and these private entities.
Yes, because that is really one of my thrust whenever I speak, especially to the Ministry of the Industry and Commerce and to private retailers and companies that are here. I keep urging them to please look at the Philippines as a source country for the products that you want to sell, or even for Bahrain to look at the Philippines as a source country for raw materials that it needs for its industries. It's a work in progress. It doesn't stop. No, it's evolving, and we hope that through the years, this active partnership between the Philippine Embassy and the agencies here in the Kingdom of Bahrain will continue so that our bilateral relations will expand and be further strengthened.
Now, you have shared with us so many activities that you have initiated, so many projects, but I'm sure, Madam, you experienced some difficult challenges. So my question now would be, what are the biggest challenges you faced during your term and how did you overcome them?
Okay. Well, first of all, I would like to say that whenever there's a challenge or a possible problem, I look at it also as an opportunity because it actually presents, you know, opportunities where perhaps we not only are able to find solutions, but we may even gain more because of the opportunity that is presenting itself. Well, one challenge is, I would say that in terms of the community, for instance, there are more than 55,500 here now in Bahrain, according to the latest figures from the LMRA. It's quite a big community,
Yes, ma'am.
relatively smaller than our neighboring countries, but nevertheless, it's quite a big number. So sometimes we face challenge, of course, in getting our message, the information across
Yes.
to all members of the Filipino community. And that's why the media, such as the Filipino community media, including yourself,
Thank you, ma'am.
are very important partners of the embassy so that we can disseminate very important information about our services and the various programs and campaigns that the Philippine government and the Philippine embassy would like to promote in the community. At the same time, of course, we want to further grow our bilateral relations.
Yes, ma'am.
No, in terms of economic cooperation. For instance, in terms of trade, our bilateral trade is very much in Bahrain's favor
Okay.
because we import materials from them like mineral fuels, alloy steel, aluminum. And we are trying to promote more products also from our side so that at least, if not surpass, it will equal
Equal, yes.
our trade balance, but now it is in their favor. So it's really a challenge for us then to promote products so that they are exposed to the local market and that the consumption will be more. And we're working closely with local companies, retailers, in order to do that. And also, of course, in terms of promoting the Philippines, not only as a business destination, but as a tourism destination as well. You know, when we talk about tourism, it's a very competitive field. But I think the Philippines has many strengths. I am always very proud to say to some of the Bahrainis that I meet that we have the best beaches.
Yes.
Others may contest that, but I always argue and I always say that the Philippines has the best beaches. And whatever the visitors' interest may be, the Philippines has a lot to offer. Not only beaches, if they like nature,
Yes.
hiking,
Mm-mm.
historical sites, we have it, and natural reserves, forests, adventures, hobbies, shopping.
Shopping,
Is
of
very
course.
good, of course, in the Philippines.
Yes.
Either in the city or in the provinces. So we have many islands to explore. And so these are some of the challenges that we face, and the embassy continues to work hard to conduct its many activities to further promote the Philippines as a business, not only that, as a choice,
As a choice.
business and tourism destination. And of course, one way we can do that also is we have all of these cultural engagements to introduce to the Bahrainis and other expat communities here promotion of the understanding and appreciation of the Philippines and the Filipino people, so that they will be interested to visit us and to engage with us.
Thank you, Madam. That is a very, very clear and very wonderful explanation of our relationship with Bahrain. And now, going to you naman po, Ma'am, sa inyong term. So, how would your Bahrain experience differ from your previous diplomatic postings?
Well, Nanju, my posting here to the Kingdom of Bahrain will remain very memorable to me because it's my first ambassadorial post.
Wow, napakaswerte
So
ng Bahrain.
I have been with the Department of Foreign Affairs for about 27 years now and posted to a few countries. But this is my first time in the Middle East
Oh,
and the
okay.
GCC. And I always say that I consider myself very fortunate that my introduction to the region is through Bahrain.
Wow.
Because I think Bahrain is a gem in the Gulf, and the people are very warm, very friendly, very welcoming, very helpful. Actually, when I leave, I will miss some Bahraini friends.
Yes, I'm sure
whom
you have a lot,
made,
Ma'am. Yes.
whom I've made in the time that I've been here. So it's different because although I've headed a post before also.
Where are you based currently, Ma'am? Before your...
Well, my first posting was to our embassy in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And then the second time, I was Consul General at our Consulate General in Sydney. So I headed a post there also as Consul General, but that was as Consul General, not as Ambassador. And then before coming to Bahrain, I was Deputy Chief of Mission and Consul General at our embassy in Kuala Lumpur. That's my second
Kuala
time to
Lumpur,
go back to Malaysia before coming here.
Bahrain.
So Bahrain will always remain a very memorable experience for me.
Wow, that's very good, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So, Bahrain hosts a significant number of Filipino
Filipinos,
communities.
yes.
So, first of all, you said there are about 55,000 Filipinos now currently based in Bahrain. So, my question would be, what are the key issues or problems or concerns that the Filipino community faced, and how did the embassy address them?
Well, as mentioned, there are actually more than 55,000 Filipinos in the Kingdom of Bahrain across various fields of occupation. But we know that if the lower the skill, they are more vulnerable. So most common problems that are being handled by our migrant workers office under the embassy are their labor-related issues between the employer and
Like
the
what po?
employee. Like for instance, maybe low salary or delayed payment of wages, or there may be some benefits that were promised to them or that they were made to understand that they will receive, but it's not being done or it's not being complied with. And also the payment of end of service benefits or indemnity for those who are finishing their contracts. So our migrant workers office continue to address these problems. Sometimes they are resolved through conciliation or mediation
Mediation,
by
yes.
our office. We continue to work with government agencies like the LMRA and the
LMRA.
Ministry of Labor. And I note that they have been our active partners in the promotion and protection of the welfare and the rights of the Filipino workers here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Bahrain was actually one of our partners in the Global Compact for Migration under the United Nations. And I would like to mention that they have indeed implemented reforms, and they have to be commended for that.
So, ma'am, we've discussed so many things, so many accomplishments within your 3 years. You could write a book about this. We could write a book actually about this.
Yes, I know. There's so many things
So many
to write about.
Yeah.
Yes, the only thing is the time.
The time,
to do it, yes.
Very, very limited time, very short time, pero very memorable time po para sa Filipino community. And of course, this part po, I would like to ask Your Excellency, if you could give a message to the Filipino community listening to you right now, watching us, kung ano pong may bibigyan niyo mensahe sa ating komunidad.
Yes, well, sa aking mga kabayan dito sa Kaharian ng Bahrain, magtatapos na po yung aking term as ambassador ng Pilipinas dito sa Kingdom of Bahrain at the end of next month. So ako po ay aalis na. Ganun po yung aming trabaho sa Foreign Service, no? May tour of duty or term lang na sinasabi. And at the end of that, umuwi kami sa Pilipinas, and then we go back to the Department of Foreign Affairs bago na naman ma-assign ulit. So I would just like to take this opportunity to convey to you my sincere thanks and appreciation for all your support and assistance and participation in the various programs and activities of the embassy during my tenure. I hope that you will continue this cooperation and active involvement in the embassy's programs even after I've left. Whoever will be succeeding me, I hope nandun pa rin kayo. Because there are many activities and programs na the embassy alone would not be able to implement successfully without all your support. So, kailangan kayo, dapat partner talaga tayo, hand in hand talaga tayo. And that's how we would be able to succeed. I also pray for continued peace and stability in the region. I know recently we had a critical, we experienced a critical period in the security development here in the region, but we're thankful that it was resolved through a ceasefire, and we hope that that ceasefire will hold para hindi na mag-escalate uli yung tensions dito sa region. Rest assured that wherever I am, I will also be thinking of all of you and praying that, as I said, this region will remain safe and stable, because also for your own peace and stability. And ito yung encouragement ko always, especially sa overseas Filipino workers. You have to have a plan B.
Yes, plan B. That's true.
You have to prepare eventually because you will return to the Philippines. Yun nga ba yung ating reintegration program?
Yun nga po.
I think our experience with COVID showed us that anything can happen. Diba? Nung nag-COVID, meron nga ibang kararating lang maybe, but the companies had to retrench or had to close or had to change their plans, diba? So it showed us that it pays to be always prepared. Dapat may savings.
That's true. Yung po lagi yung sinasabi na emphasize, ma'am.
Dapat may savings, or meron tayong mga plan B, ano? Not only you, but also especially your family. Kasama yung family doon, no, sa plans. So that whatever happens, or you're for eventual retirement, or you finish your contract and you are going to return to the Philippines, you have something to fall back on. Because sayang naman yung pinaghirapan nyo. And lastly, take care of your health. That's why the Philippines is very strong with its health and wellness program for the members of the Filipino community here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Health is wealth. Pag-ingatan nyo talaga yon. Please avail of the free medical camps that the embassy or the Filipino community organizations by themselves, sometimes they organize it, avail of this free medical blood tests or medical consultations.
You have an upcoming
that-
event, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Thank you. I will plug it na rin. So this coming August, for the whole month, August 1 to 31, we are having the second edition of the
Yes.
Healthy Pinoy campaign. We started it last year, so this time, Healthy Pinoy campaign 2025, in partnership with the Al Hilal Healthcare Group. And this time, it has even improved, no?
Yes,
Because last year was one branch.
One
This
branch
time,
only.
and I'm really thankful to Al Hilal for partnering with the embassy in this initiative. They have extended their offer of a free blood test package with a free medical consultation to interpret the test results in all branches of Al Hilal.
In all na po.
All.
Wow.
All branches of Al Hilal across the Kingdom of Bahrain from August 1 to 31, 7:30 a.m. onwards. No? So sa aking mga kabayan, please avail of this opportunity to check your health status. You might think sometimes you're healthy, di ba? There's nothing wrong with you. I had the same experience. And then when it came out, my blood sugar was actually very high. And because I have, it runs in my family.
Oh,
So I
okay
really
po.
have genetic predisposition to diabetes. So because of one of the medical camps,
You discovered?
I discovered it. So
Because
and
you
I
were
was
okay
treated.
and you were
Because
feeling
you feel
everything.
well, di ba?
Opo.
You're able to carry yourself. Wala ka
Yes.
namang
Nararamdaman.
nararamdaman. But the blood test will not lie. You know? Doon yun lalabas.
Doon yun na-discover.
Yes, yes. And I know it it costs, no? Mahal din. Pag,
Mahal po
you know,
yun
you
talaga.
have to do it yourself. You don't have insurance. Ikaw ang magbabayad out of pocket mo. So, please avail of the Healthy Pinoy campaign, free blood test package with free medical consultation.
Yun.
Thank you.
And of course, ito po, you were talking about the plans. So, what is your plan po pag uwi niyo sa Pilipinas? Of course, we know that you'll be working. It's not totally vacation.
No.
Yeah po, ma'am. So, ano po yung plans niyo when you go back to the Philippines?
So kami, when we finish our tour of duty, we go back to the Department of Foreign Affairs, the office in Manila.
Okay.
And we are assigned to one of the offices of the DFA. So I will be doing that.
Okay.
I actually arrive on a weekend and I report the following working day.
Work pa rin talaga siya. Opo.
To the office that I will be assigned. And it will be another chapter in my career because this time it will be handling a different matter. It will be different from heading the embassy here. And then as to where I would be assigned after that, we don't know.
Not yet.
We don't know yet.
So we wish you good luck po sa inyo pong
Maraming
new
salamat.
endeavor, sa inyo pong assignment sa Pilipinas sa darating. And of course, bago po tayo magbakasyon, magbibigay lang po kami ng konting message sa inyo, ma'am. First of all, on behalf of the Filipino community and of course the media, we would like to thank you for being so cooperative, so accommodating. Napaka-accommodating po ni ma'am. Kahit busy, always you're accommodating us. And we would like to inform you that the Filipino community in Bahrain really loves you.
Thank you.
And kayo po yung mother namin. Kayo yung inspiration namin. And through this program, I would like to convey our love, our congratulations, our well wishes sa inyo, sa inyong tagumpay, ma'am, sa pagbalik niyo sa Pilipinas. And thank you for granting us this interview. We know that you're very busy, ma'am. And Nanju Francisco reports and Action News also our partner.
Action News, yes.
Always po grateful sa inyo, ma'am. So thank you for the interview.
And thank you also because in the past, I've requested you actually to feature some of the important campaigns and activities that the embassy was doing, no? So thank you very much then. It's a two-way
Yes, ma'am.
cooperation talaga,
That's
di ba?
true, ma'am.
And I think that's the bayanihan spirit in action. So we can achieve more basta tulong-tulong. So thank you very much, Nanju Francisco, and to your team and to Pinoy Action News.
Thank you very
More
much.
power.
Thank you, and more power din po sa inyo, ma'am. Congratulations
Thank
sa inyong
you.
assignment, and we wish you po good luck. And ngayon po, mga kaibigan, we would like to thank again our Excellency Ambassador, our beloved Ambassador, Her Excellency Jalando-on Louis, for this very warm interview, and we wish you more luck, ma'am. Good luck
Thank
in
you.
your future assignment.
Thank you.
Thank
Ingat po kayo lahat dito sa Bahrain.
Kayo din po, ma'am.
Keep safe and well.
Thank you, ma'am.